Welcome to my channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. I am going to tell you about the United States of America quarter dollars, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, then you can benefit from them. Can become rich. Today, we're diving into the story behind the iconic 1965 United States quarter dollar and why it's one of the most sought-after coins in American history. First, a little history. The quarter dollar, or quarter, has been an essential part of American currency for over 2 centuries. Starting in 1796, the United States Mint began producing quarters to meet the growing demand for smaller, more practical coins. Over the years, these coins have featured various designs, from the early days of the draped bust and seated Liberty to today's Washington quarter, but it wasn't until 1932, to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, that the quarter permanently adopted Washington's profile. This became the design we all know today, symbolizing freedom, strength, and the American spirit. Now, what makes the 1965 quarter particularly interesting? 1965 was a pivotal year for the United States Mint. Before then, quarters were made with 90% silver, but due to a silver shortage and rising silver prices, the U.S. decided to switch to a copper-nickel composition. This transition marked a major change in U.S. coinage. The 1965 quarters were the first to be made without silver, instead consisting of a copper core with a nickel outer layer. Today, that's the quarter you're likely to find in your pocket, but here's where it gets fascinating. A few 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets. That's right, by pure chance, some 1965 quarters were minted in silver instead of the new copper-nickel blend. These rare silver 1965 quarters have become one of the holy grails of coin collecting. These silver 1965 quarters are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors, and they're worth a fortune. So, how do you know if you found one of these elusive silver 1965 quarters? Here are a few key tips. A silver quarter will weigh around 6.25 grams, whereas the regular copper-nickel 1965 quarter weighs slightly less, around 5.67 grams. So, a precise scale is your best friend here. The edge of a silver quarter will appear solid silver, while the copper-nickel quarter will show a copper band around the edge. If you see that copper color, you're likely holding a standard 1965 quarter. But if you see a solid silver edge, you might just have something special. If you believe you found a silver 1965 quarter, it's wise to get it authenticated and graded by a professional. Organizations like PCGS and NGC can confirm its authenticity and give you an accurate grade, which can significantly affect the coin's value. Now, let's talk about value. If you have a standard 1965 quarter, it's worth its face value, 25 cents. But if you're lucky enough to come across one of the few silver 1965 quarters, its value skyrockets. In recent years, collectors have paid extraordinary sums for these coins. The highest prices are paid for quarters in mint or near mint condition, especially if they've been graded by top coin grading services. Incredibly, one of these silver 1965 quarters sold for a jaw-dropping amount at auction. Imagine holding a quarter worth $3.5 million. Today, we're diving into a remarkable story of an ordinary coin with an extraordinary twist. We're talking about the 1983 United States quarter dollar, a coin that, at first glance, looks like just another piece of pocket change. But wait till you hear the fascinating journey that makes this coin worth a small fortune to collectors. First, let's get familiar with what makes this quarter stand out. The 1983 quarter dollar is a part of the classic Washington quarter series, which has depicted George Washington's profile on the front since 1932. These coins were minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of Washington, and their design became a staple in American coinage. The reverse, or the tails side, features a bold and iconic eagle with its wings spread wide. Nothing unusual there, right? But 1983 was a very unique year for this series. Here's why. That year, the U.S. Mint didn't release any quarter dollar coin specifically for collectors, known as mint sets. This meant every single 1983 quarter went straight into circulation. So, unlike other years, collectors couldn't get pristine versions directly from the mint. If you wanted one, you had to get it from general circulation, and that's where things got interesting, because these quarters went straight into circulation. Most of the 1983 quarters you'll find today are worn and show signs of use. Now, think about it. If every 1983 quarter was being used in everyday transactions, finding one in top-notch, uncirculated condition became almost impossible. And that scarcity has made this coin a prize among collectors. The value of a coin is often determined by its condition, rarity, and historical significance. While the 1983 quarter isn't rare in terms of total numbers produced, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is a true challenge. And when a coin is that hard to find in top quality, it becomes highly sought after. So, if you have a 1983 quarter lying around, you might want to check its condition closely. You could be holding on to something special. Now, let's talk about what to look for in a valuable 1983 quarter. The coin should be free of scratches and wear, with a strong, sharp strike, meaning the details on Washington's profile and the eagle's feathers are crisp and clear. Coins like this are extremely rare for 1983 quarters, as most show significant wear from circulation. Those that still shine with original mint luster are the ones that catch collectors' eyes, and here's the most exciting part: finding a 1983 quarter in near-perfect condition could make a serious difference in your bank account. A flawless example of this coin, graded in top condition, once went to auction and sparked a fierce bidding war among collectors. These rare, well-preserved 1983 quarters have sold for thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars. But in a truly remarkable auction, a single 1983 quarter was once sold for an astounding price. Are you ready for this? This little 1983 quarter sold for an incredible $2.5 million. Today, we're diving into the history, rarity, and mystery surrounding a simple yet iconic piece of American currency, the 1986 United States quarter dollar. By the end of this video, you might just start looking at your spare change a little differently, because hidden among these coins could be one worth millions. At first glance, a 1986 quarter may seem like any other coin you'd find jingling around in your pocket or resting quietly in a coin jar. But like any seemingly ordinary artifact, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. It has a fascinating backstory, a unique design, and in some cases, an astonishing value. So, let's start with a little background. The 1986 quarter was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia have a P mint mark, while coins from Denver bear a D. In total, over 1.5 billion quarters were produced between these two mints in 1986, so they're generally common. But as with any collectible, condition and unique variations can make certain coins stand out, and potentially skyrocket in value. The obverse side of the 1986 quarter features the iconic profile of George Washington, a design created in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan to commemorate Washington's 200th birthday. His image became a lasting symbol of American currency and has adorned quarters ever since. Above his head, you'll see the word Liberty, a tribute to the ideals Washington stood for, and the year, 1986, is marked at the bottom. Turning to the reverse side, we're greeted by the powerful image of a bald eagle, the national bird of the United States. Its wings are spread wide, and its talons clutch a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness. This design also includes the inscriptions, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one, representing the unity of the country. So, what makes some 1986 quarters potentially worth a small fortune? When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1986 quarter that looks as shiny as the day it was minted, with no scratches, stains, or discoloration, is highly desirable. Collectors rate coin quality using the Sheldon scale, where higher-grade coins, especially in pristine mint state, are considered valuable, but beyond condition, it's the rare varieties and errors that can make a 1986 quarter truly valuable. For example, misaligned dies, double strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet can lead to unique and highly sought-after collectibles. Some of these errors are so rare that they can fetch eye-watering prices at auction. Over the years, 1986 quarters with rare errors have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. But here's where it gets even more intriguing: a small subset of these quarters, in almost perfect condition or with incredibly rare errors, have sold for prices that seem unbelievable. One of the most valuable grades for a 1986 quarter is MS 67 or higher. To give you some perspective, a quarter graded at MS 67 means it's nearly flawless, with no visible wear or imperfections even under magnification. Achieving such a high grade is rare for a circulated coin, and these MS 67 and higher quarters are often the ones that bring the highest prices at auction. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for: could a regular 1986 quarter really be worth millions? The answer is yes. Believe it or not, one pristine 1986 quarter in exceptional mint state with unique characteristics sold for, that's right, $2.1 million. This proves that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hide extraordinary value. Today's star is the 1994 United States quarter dollar, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be looking at every quarter you come across in a whole new way. Before we talk about the value of this particular quarter, let's get to know a bit about the 1994 United States quarter dollar coin. This coin was minted as part of the Washington Quarter Series, which features the iconic profile of the first U.S. president, George Washington, on the obverse or heads side of the coin. The Washington Quarter Series has been in circulation since 1932, and over the decades, it's seen a number of changes, from materials to designs. The 1994 quarter dollar features George Washington's portrait on the front, designed by John Flanagan. It's been a timeless symbol of American history and a representation of the country's coinage heritage. Flip it over, and you'll find the majestic American bald eagle with outstretched wings. But don't be fooled by its common appearance. While millions of these coins were minted, a rare few have unique traits that set them apart, making them highly valuable. This coin was minted in both the Denver and Philadelphia mints. You can find the mint mark just to the right of Washington's ponytail. The Philadelphia mint is represented by a P, while the Denver mint uses a D. Most 1994 quarters are found in regular circulation, but certain errors and mint conditions can make specific coins far more valuable. For collectors, the condition of a coin, often referred to as its grade, is everything. The grading scale ranges from poor all the way up to mint state, with MS 70 being the perfect, flawless condition. For a 1994 quarter to be worth serious money, it needs to be in mint state, preferably MS 65 or higher. Coins in this condition are rare because they haven't gone through the typical wear and tear of circulation. Now, why would this seemingly everyday coin be so valuable? It comes down to scarcity, condition, and error varieties. While regular 1994 quarters in average circulated condition are only worth face value, the real goldmine lies in pristine, uncirculated versions or error coins. Errors are like the holy grail for coin collectors. Some error types, like double strikes, off-center strikes, or unique die cracks, make the 1994 quarter highly sought after. These error coins are accidents that happened during the minting process, creating a one-of-a-kind appeal that collectors are willing to pay thousands for. It's not uncommon to see these rare 1994 quarters fetch massive sums at auction houses. In fact, one error coin in top condition recently made headlines in the numismatic world. But what if you have a perfectly preserved 1994 quarter without an error? Don't worry, even these can still be incredibly valuable in mint condition, particularly when graded at MS 65 or above. The price for such coins can reach hundreds, even thousands, depending on demand. To determine a coin's true value, it's essential to have it graded by a reputable coin grading service. The top services include PCGS and NGC. They provide a grade and encase the coin in a protective holder, preserving it for the future and assuring buyers of its quality. Alright, here's the moment you've been waiting for. How much can a 1994 quarter dollar really be worth if you're lucky enough to own one of these rare beauties? For the ultimate collector's piece, a pristine 1994 quarter with an incredible error or in an impeccable grade like MS 67 or higher, the value can soar to impressive heights. In fact, a top condition, rare 1994 United States $quarter coin could fetch as much as $1.5 million at auction, so, the next time you have a quarter in your hand, give it a closer look. That seemingly ordinary coin in your pocket could be hiding an extraordinary story and possibly even a life-changing value. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coin treasures, and stay tuned for more valuable finds. Who knows what rare gem we'll discover next? Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, everyone.